Howdy everybody, Uncle Bo here. We're back with another episode of 7 Days to Die, and I figured what we're going to go through today is I'm going to show you guys exactly what I do when I start a new game to get myself to and through a horde night. So we're going to go for 7 days, however many videos that takes us to get through, and we are going to start right now with a new game. We're going to call this one Uncle Bo. We're going to do I think we're going to do one of the pre-gens. Let's do a 6K. And the only thing we're going to change is we're going to up our time in the 24-hour cycle to 90 minutes. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty, so here we are. It says, "Dear friend, the wasteland can be an unforgiving place. I found you naked and left for dead with no supplies. It looks like you crossed the Duke in a bad way and you could use some help. Enclosed is a short guide to help you survive. If you complete it, we might just take in a new citizen, the White River Settlement. It's real and it's safe. Peace be with you, friend. Noah." And then this, I'm assuming this comes in from one of the mods that I've got running. I've only got 2 mods running. One's for vehicles and the other one is for the health and food and water bars to show up, and it tells you how much XP you have to your next level. So basic survival is your active quest. The quest status is displayed on the objective tracker in the top right of the screen. That's going to be right up here. For more information on quests, access your inventory and navigate to the quests menu. Alright, so as you can see, it says gather plant fiber. So we're just going to go over here, and if we left click on our mouse, that's going to punch this grass, and that's going to just get what we need out of the plant fiber. So we're going to get enough. I know it said we only need a bedroll right now, but I know from playing before that we need more than that. So I'm going to go until we have about 75 plant fiber in our inventory. We're at 40 right now. If you want to know how many we're getting on each hit, just look down that bottom right corner, and that's going to tell you we're at 54, 56. All right, y'all, so we got to 76 because it does multiples of 2. So let's make this bedroll. Now we can either click right here where it says craft, or we can hit that W key. So we're just going to click there since we're already right there. And if we hold down the left shift key and left click on that bedroll, that's going to put it right down into our tool belt. Objective 1 is complete. Now we're going to pick that up and we're going to move all this stuff. And you do the same way. Left shift key, left click on the mouse, it'll automatically move them for you. So we need to get 2 wood and 2 small stones. So these little purple looking weeds over here, that's actually going to give you wood if you punch that. Check this mailbox. Needle and thread volume 5, dusters. So dusters are good because they help when you're out in the desert with the heat. So we're going to go ahead and read that one. So we're going to click use. And there's another piece of wood. And now you'll see the yellow markers here are going to show you exactly where to go to get what you're needing to complete whatever the active quest is. So now we're going to craft up this axe. Pop that right down here. And now we need to craft some plant fiber pants. So this is why we collected 75 or 76 instead of just what it needed for that bedroll. We're going to craft those pants, but if we come right over here to clothing, we're also going to do plant fiber hat, gloves, shirt, and shoes. And that's, I mean, it's not real good protection, but it's better than not having any protection. So we're just going to go ahead and wear all that. And to wear it, you can either click here, click that W key on your keyboard. That's usually what I do. It's just a little quicker. Now we need to gather more wood, so we're just going to take this axe that we've crafted, and we're just going to beat this tree. And I'll holler back at y'all when I get this tree knocked all the way down. Alright, tree is down. Now we're going to come back in here. And I forgot to mention, to get into this crafting menu, just hit your tab key. Tab will close it, tab will open it. Craft up our wooden club, move it right down here next to our axe, and now we got to find more small stones. And we're looking for feathers. Now to get the feathers, you're going to find a bird nest like this. If you hit that E key on there, it's going to open it up, and you can either hit the shift key and click that to move it, or if you hit the R key, it just automatically moves everything that's in whatever you're looking at right over to your inventory. So now let's go craft this primitive bow, this stone arrow. Alright, so now we have to craft a building block. We'll make that, move it down here, and we're going to place it down. Now, with our axe, if we left click, it does damage to it. But if we right click, it'll repair and even upgrade it if you've got the materials to do an upgrade. So we just took that basic building block and turned it into a wood building block. And I'll tell you, if you don't upgrade your blocks and a horde comes along, you're just completely out of luck, because those basic building blocks can't take any damage at all. The wood ones can take, I believe, find out. Let's just go over here and hit this one time and it'll tell us how much it'll take. So that'll take 500. The wood building block, or the basic building blocks, took 100, because when we hit it one time it went down to 78. So just be sure you're upgrading those. Now we need to find 5 small stones, and we got them. So now we're going to make this campfire. That's all you need to make a campfire, is 5 small stone. Now we just got to place that on the ground. And our settler, our trader settlement, good job, survivor. You have proved to be capable with much potential. We have marked your map with the nearest White River Outpost location. There you will find a trader where you can buy and sell goods and trade stories with one of our friendly citizens. Welcome aboard, Noah. Alright, so we're going to make our way over there. Alright, so now we got that coal, and I'm going to tell you, the coal, when you're put down a campfire, or if you've got a forge going, the coal is going to be your best friend, because it's going to burn a whole lot longer than wood will. You can use either as a source to cook or smelt down things in your forge, but the coal is really the better way to go. Trying to catch this chicken. Oh yeah. Oh no, I got him, but he didn't. There he goes. Now, you'd normally want to have a knife of some kind, because you're going to get more materials out of this chicken with a knife than you are with the axe. But the axe will do if you don't have the knife. Okay, so now that one chicken got us 5 bone. And with that 5 bone, we can come right over here, type in bone, and there's our bone knife. Now that takes 5 bones to make 1 bone knife. And with that bone knife, you're going to get, instead of the 6 meat we got, you'll get a minimum of 10. There's a chicken. Let's get him, and I'll show y'all what I meant by that bone knife getting more material. So we started with 6, and you can see down there in the bottom right, it's showing you how much we're getting every time we swing. And then in the parentheses, it shows you the total that we have. So we went up by 10, so you get 10 out of 1 chicken if you have the bone knife. The bottom left corner there, you want to watch that stamina. That's the blue bar with the little running shoe beside it. If that gets all the way down, you can't run, you can't swing your weapon, you can't swing your axe. So you just want to make sure that you don't let that get too low. And if you see in the bottom right there, we got a honey out of that tree stump. You always want to get a tree stump when you see it, because that honey will cure 5% of your infection. And that can come in handy in a pinch if you get hit and you take it. If you don't have anything to take and you get hit, that infection builds up quick, and once it gets over 5%, 1 honey is not going to cut it. Tree stumps are probably going to be a lifesaver. Did we get him? No, he's still up. Alright, see-yous at the trader. Oh yeah, these guys right here. So if you run across these piles like this, you're going to want to take your axe and hit those, and we're going to repair our axe real quick. So to repair your axe, you just click on it, and you can either come up here and it'll have repair, or you can hit the A key on your keyboard if you've got the right materials. And I think it's just 1 stone to repair it. But if we hit those piles like that, we get rotten flesh, nitrate, and more bone. And we also, like I said before, want to check anything we come across. Oh my God. Look, we got a level 3 wrench on day 1. Oh, that's huge. That is huge. If you know the game, you know that's huge. If you don't know the game, trust me, that's huge. So these magazines like this is the only way to improve your skills in this game now, with the crafting magazines. So this one will improve our vehicle crafting skills. So we're going to go ahead and use that. Okay, I see a guy over here. We're going to try and see if we can get into this truck without him noticing us, and then we're going to go take him out, because I'm going to show y'all a little technique that I learned watching other YouTubers when it comes to fighting these guys. So, we got our club. Come up on him, back away, let him swing, come in and hit him. Ah, he got me. I got too excited. Oh my God. Anyways, I got too excited and I got too close to him too soon. So if you get close to him and back away right before they swing, that'll kind of slow them down for a second, and you can move in and pop them once and then move away again and just repeat that process. That's a really good way to keep from getting hit by those guys if you're faster than I am, but I was not fast enough to do that. Just go ahead and make a spear right now. Make our stone spear. So to make that, we need 5 small stone, 3 plant fiber, and 3 wood. We have all that. On the left, it's going to show how many you've got. The right is how many you need. Click that craft button. Now, we're going to scrap down that club, move this guy here. So that means this big hitters magazine that's good for improving your club crafting skill, we don't really need that anymore. We can sell that to the trader. The only reason we're going to read this is because it improves that sledgehammer crafting, and those are going to come in handy later in the game when we get into the city and we try to get through those big steel. That structural brace mod is a great find. So that lowers the degradation of your tools and weapons by 25%. You can attach that to your axe or your spear or your wrench, and it'll degrade slower. So you don't have to worry about getting it repaired so fast. Now, if you see this guy right here, the guy with the big load on his back in that number 14, you can fill these 3 rows here, and I think that's 9, 18, 27, I believe is what it is, that you can carry before you're encumbered, but everything after that it makes you encumbered. And then you also have your tool belt here that you can fill up that won't make you as encumbered. But that will slow you down. It'll make your stamina regenerate a lot slower, so you just want to keep an eye on that. We're only dealing with it right now because we're running to the trader. We're going to sell a bunch of this stuff to him and get some money. So I knew this is who we were going to get. This is Trader Wrecked. He is a pain in the ass and not a nice guy, but just go to him, get your first 7 missions out of the way so that you can get a bicycle, and then that opens up trade routes to another trader. But you got to do the first 7 missions here, unless you wander around and find a trader on your own. You can do that. And, you know, every time I've played one of these 6K pre-gens, they're usually in the same spots. So if you play these pre-gen maps, you'll pretty much figure out where they're going to be at. All right, let's meet him.
Snappy. I gotta take a crap.
See, listen to how smart-ass he is. I don't like him. So we're going to sell him the car battery because we don't need that right now. Sell him some brass, some corn seed, these springs. We're going to sell the yucca seeds. Let's see. He won't buy those trees. You can plant those to grow your own wood, but, I mean, I don't really see a point in doing it. There's trees everywhere in this game, so I don't see a point in me taking my time to plant those. So let's see. We're going to sell him that one, and I need to check these 2 to see if we want to sell those or not. So everything we just sold to him, we got 457 dukes, and this number right over here is going to tell you how much each item is going to cost you.
Oh, you want a guarantee, huh? Well, maybe you should try Shamway.
And so he's got different categories here. You got all, which shows you everything. There's food, first aid. Look, he's got 3 jars of honey. We might buy a jar from him if we can't find another one and we start getting into some of those deeper, you know, more dangerous missions. But right now we're okay with just the one we've got. This one is resources. So here you can get repair kits. That's what we would need to repair that guy. You can get the water filter. That's what you need to make the dew collector that everybody's talking about if you've followed any other YouTubers on this game. He's got a ton of duct tape, but $75 per duct tape. So that's pretty high. We are going to need a cooking pot and a cooking grill because the only way to get water in this game that I've found is to boil it in the cooking pot, use the dew collector, or you can get a helmet mod later on that lets you just drink right out of any water source you come across, but we don't even have a helmet right now, so we're not going to even go there. You can buy magazines from him. There's the big hitters we just sold him. He's got these guys here. I don't know what all we would need out of that. The only thing he's got in his ammo is shotgun shells and bullet tips, and we don't need any of that. Got a candle here. All this is just decorations. None of it really does anything except make your base look better. Shotgun duckbill mod. So we don't need that, but what it does is it spreads the spray of your shotgun blast horizontally instead of in a circle. In the science category, he's got a trigger plate that comes in handy when you've got like automatic doors set up. You can step on that and it'll open the door for you. We sold him that wheel. He's got tripwire posts and just all kinds of stuff. That's later in the game that we will need any of that. We can buy a dirty skirt. If you watch Neebs Gaming, you might have seen Duralius wear one of these skirts, and the legs on that fella, I gotta tell you, makes a feller curious.
You're
Anyway,
getting on my nerves,
he's
friend.
Don't make me stick this knife in your neck, Wrecked, because I'll do it. Anyway, so right now, we're going to go over here and put our points in. So we get 4 points. We got Perception, and you got Deadeye, which is Rifles, Demolitions Expert, pretty self-explanatory, and Spearmaster, which is what we're going to work on because we're using spears. Then you got Infiltrator, that lets you get past traps without setting them off. Animal Tracker helps you to track animals when you're hunting for food. The Penetrator, that's a pretty good one to have late game. It lets you make AP rifle bullets, and those will shoot through armor or go through multiple enemies. So if you shoot one zombie and there's 2 behind him, you got a chance for it to go through 1 or 2 of them depending on your level. Lucky Looter means you could find better stuff in your loot. It's not a real good chance. I think it raises it 5%, so that's up to you if you want to go that way. Treasure Hunter, if we get buried supply missions, we can go out, and so automatically when you start out, you dig up 10 blocks, and then your circle that shows you where that thing is buried gets smaller. The first level here will reduce that to 7 blocks, then 5, then 3. That's not a bad one to have. And then salvage operations, you get more items and resources when you use a wrench, ratchet, or impact driver, which we got a wrench, so we're going to be using that. So then you've also got Strength, which does shotguns, clubs, and sledgehammers. Then he does heavy armor, pack mule. Stay clear of pack mule. You can get all this by crafting armor pocket mods. Triple armor pocket mods will unlock your entire inventory, and you won't get encumbered like I am right now. Master Chef helps you unlock cooking recipes and cook things faster. Miner 69er helps you knock down trees and rocks faster. And Motherlode gets you more items every time you cut down a tree. You get more wood. You bust up some rocks, you're going to get more rocks out of it, so on and so forth. Fortitude, you got the Brawler, that's bare knuckle boxing. Machine Gunner, so we can sell him that machine gun book. Huntsman, that lets you specialize in harvesting more meat and bone and leather. Well insulated, makes you more resistant to any kind of weather you come across. Living off the land, harvest more crops using your hands or a tool, so that's for farmers. Pain tolerance means you have a slightly less chance of being stunned when you get hit by a zombie. Healing factor, you'll slowly heal over time, a little faster. Iron gut means you can eat, so you can eat like old sham sandwiches without getting dysentery. Well, I won't say without getting it, you just have a slightly less chance of getting it. Roll 1 cardio helps you do things when you're running, and it helps you increase your stamina regen while you're running. So that's a good one to have too. Agility, so we got archery, self-explanatory, gunslingers for handguns, deep cuts as bladed weapons like that bone knife in my hand or a machete. Running gun lets you shoot while you're running and reload while you're running. Light armor is like cloth armor and leather armor. Parkour, that's a great skill to have. If you get it all the way up to level 4, you can jump 2 meters higher, and you can fall 5 meters without getting hurt. Hidden Strike makes if you're in stealth mode, which is the control key, puts you in stealth mode or crouch mode, your strikes do a little more damage. And From the Shadows means you make less noise when you're in crouch mode. And then the last one is Intellect. You got Electrocutioner, which is batons and stun batons. Robotics Inventor, that's for like robotic turrets and drones later on. Calculated Attack, so this makes you target your target a little better and increases your attack speed with the batons. Better Barter gets you sell things for more and you buy things cheaper at the traders. Daring Adventurer gets you better quest loot, so when you do a quest for the trader, you'll get better items offered to you. Charismatic Nature is more for a multiplayer game. That's going to come in handy if you're on a server with your buddies. It's just going to mean that your abilities are going to help them be a little bit better just because they're around you. Physician helps you craft medical supplies. Advanced engineering, we're going to go ahead and put a point into that right now because that's how we unlock forges, workstations, the chemistry station, all that. That's all unlocked under advanced engineering. Grease monkey, get you bicycles, mini bikes, motorcycles, all that stuff. So you'll want to do that later on too. And then lock picking is also self-explanatory. So this build is going to focus on two things. We're going to do perception for the Spearmaster, and we're going to do intelligence because we want to unlock that grease monkey and advanced engineering and the physician. There's quite a few good things in that category. But for now, we're going to go the one into Spearmaster, the one into the workstations or advanced engineering, one into overall perception, and then our last one is going to go into salvage operations so that we can get better stuff. I'm sorry, not better, more stuff when we use our salvage tools. So let's talk to this son of a gun again, see what kind of jobs he has. Now this mod also will give us the name of the place we're going. Normally when you do these, it just has how far away it is. So I like to start with one that's pretty close by. And we're going to head on over that way right now. Now you can loot a bunch of stuff here at the trader too. We're going to do that after we do this first mission. But before we even leave here, we're going to go in here and we're going to craft ourselves a storage chest. Now I do this every single playthrough. First time I get to that trader, I will throw, I don't like it when it's all wonky. I will throw a chest down there, and anything that I don't need to carry on me or that I don't want to lose if I die, because if I die, I lose everything that I've got on me. But anything that I don't want to lose and I don't need, I'll throw right here in this chest. Because number one, we're going to be picking up more stuff at the site we're going to. And number two, we don't want to lose it. So let's check this mailbox here. I see a guy. Oh, so now these car magazine. Oh, this is scrapping for fun. See, that's another good one. We put our point into salvage. So what do we find? Salvage tool crafting magazine. That's the way it works in this game. If you put points into something, you're going to find more magazines to help you get more levels in whatever you've put your points into. So this one's going to be medical journal. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's the electrical traps. My mistake. So we're going to go ahead and use that one because we are going to be using traps at our horde base later on in the game. I don't typically have them first horde night just because it's so early on in the game. Blade crafting skill. So we're not going to use that. We're just going to take it, and we're probably going to sell that over to Wrecked because we're not really specializing in that. As long as we have our bone knife and we can get some meat and stuff, that's really all we're concerned with in this case. So our mission is going to be right here where this yellow exclamation is. Oh, got Lois over here. Take her out. Alright, let's get over here. Now, is there a mailbox here? If there's a mailbox at the location, you can loot it. You can do that to anything. Actually, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to double loot this place, just so I can show you guys how that works. So we're going to check this school bus. And we got some mushrooms, bullet tips, and iron. Those are all three pretty decent things. Now, I know for a fact there's going to be 2 people in here. That lady right there creeps me out because she just, I don't know, if you look at her when she's down and you look at the right angle, it kind of looks like pustules on her chest. I don't know, like she's got the plague or something. I mean, I guess she does have the plague. She's a zombie, but it's gross either way. Alright. Now he's down too. So, now it don't look like there's nothing in here you can loot except for that barrel, but if you go up here, you're going to find something hidden here. Now it's different. Every time I've played, it's been a different type of box, but I can see this is a Mo-Power electric box. We're going to want that because that's likely going to have more trap magazines, wiring 101, great magazine. You have to have that to do any wiring if you want to level up. And then this one is Tech Junkie Volume 1. So robotic weapons do 10% more damage. We're going to go ahead and use both of these. Or, well, all three of those. Those are going to come in handy later on in Horde Nights. I hear somebody beating on something, but I don't know where they're at. Alright, so let's go in here. Double loot this guy here. Now, I'm going to close that door behind us just for a second. You're going to have to open it back up, and I'll show you why. Ah, he hit me. That's alright, we got him. Oh, look at that. That is creepy. When they drop to the ground like that and they start crawling at you, that just creeps me out. I don't like things that crawl at me. It reminds me of spiders, and spiders are my one bugaboo that I don't like. So we're going to loot this. Now check this out. If we take our wrench to this workbench, we have a chance to get iron and, forged iron and forged steel bars out of this. That's huge early in the game because you normally don't unlock that till later on. And it's going to come in handy because we can craft iron and steel things a little bit earlier. These boxes here, we're going to take all that. If it's got that red sticker, it's lootable. There's going to be something in there. So now we're going to open that back up, and I'm about to show you why we had to do that. So this is our loot room here. But you see that box over there? This is going to fall out from under us the minute we step on it. So we got to jump onto that garage door and get to that working stiff tools box. Only way to do it. But make sure you don't miss these two boxes. Oh, see, right there. Do 10% more damage per hit, up to 30% with spears. We're going to read that. Whoops, I took it. We're going to read it. This is for that bare knuckle fighting stuff, the knuckle wraps. We're going to sell that to the trader. And then this bag here is a weapons bag. So what do we got in it? Improves assault rifle crafting. So we're not going to be using that. Or the other thing there, that's a polymer string mod for bows. And I don't think we use a whole lot of bows in our build either. See, that whole thing fell and we would have just hit the ground and had to come right back up here. Now, the working stiff tools boxes, they can have magazines like Tools Digest or the Get Hammered like we got earlier. And they can also have tools in them. Get Hammered. So we're going to go ahead and read that one. Now, we've looted this place. We're going to run back out here to the dot. Let our stamina build back up to 100. There it is. And if I hit that, see how that stuff automatically closes? It reset everything. So we can go in here and we can loot again. Now, I will point out, there's a dumpster to my left over here. We didn't loot that or that. I don't usually find a whole lot of really good stuff in these. So I usually don't bother with looting those twice. Now see, we got him the same, but the other guy in here is different this time. Whoa! Look at him spin at me. What in the heck? Alright, we're going to just walk right over here. Let that stamina build up. Took the top of his head off. Sometimes you'll find a guy coming out from over here, but I don't see one today. Alright, so let's go in here and get this box up top. Now that red barrel down there, it's a Mo Electronics again. The red barrel down in the bottom of this place, that's probably going to have a gas can in it, and we don't really need that right now. It's used obviously to fuel different types of tools and vehicles, but we don't need it right this second. A robotic headlamp mod schematic. That comes in handy when you have a drone. Tech Planet, so this is going to improve robotics crafting. We're going to go ahead and read that. And then we got another Traps crafting magazine, 2 of them actually. This number down here means there's 2. Also want to point out that little book symbol there. That means that I've not read that particular schematic. So we're going to take that one, but we read the others. And now we're going to switch back over. Actually, before we go in there, let's go ahead and repair both of those. And now we're going to go in here again. This time we'll just leave that door up. And let's get him. Oh, we got him before he even stood up. Now, these bikers are tough. So we're going to go over here. I don't want to get cornered by the biker guy because he's going to take a lot to get down. Ah, dang it, he got me. So I usually let my stamina build back up to 30 before I even try to swing at one of these guys, because anything below that, and it's probably not going to do the swing. Oh no, what am I stuck on? Oh, holy cow. Okay. Now, is he down? Yes, he's down now. And now we're hungry. So we're going to go in here and eat this can of chili we've got. And we're going to go ahead and eat the Meow Chow too. We want to keep that hunger from bugging us too much. I hear a guy. Let's just I bet he's back here. Nope. He's probably on the other side of that fence then. Anyway, let's get what we can out of here. We're going to wrench this thing again, hoping to get some forged iron or some forged steel, either one. Even if we don't, we're getting regular iron, we're getting wood. So these are always worth it to take a wrench to if you've got one. Let's go ahead and open that back up. Check this box again. Blue dye. I like to dye the weapons and clothes that I wear, the armor, different colors, so that's good. Explosive crafting skill, so I don't think we're going to be doing too much in that, but we'll look. Now, that right there is huge. This means that wood's going to take 15% more damage from our axe, so we're definitely taking that. And I did see that we got some armor here, so let's go ahead and repair that. So, again, A is repair, and then W is wear. For the cloth armor like that, obviously all you need is cloth to repair it. We're also going to go ahead and we're going to put that, whoops. So if we click on our axe and we go modify and we drag that here and hit complete, now you see the gear symbol down there on the axe. That means that it's got the mod on it and it'll go through these boxes a little bit faster. It's not a huge improvement, but every little bit does help. It helps you get through it faster. And those are good. The motor tool parts come in handy later on when we go to craft an auger or a chainsaw or something like that. So we're thirsty. We're going to go ahead and drink both bottles of this water. We haven't found a single other bottle of water yet, but we will, because we're going to go back to wrecked right now. We're going to drop off this stuff that he had us pick up. Wait. We just had to clear them. We didn't. That wasn't a fetch mission. That was a clear mission. We're going to go over here and sell this stuff to him and get our reward for doing the mission. And then we're going to go set up base. And we're going to set it up in that house right there, right behind that ruined car. Okay, now, I know I put some stuff in here that I'm wanting to sell to him. These two are going to get sold to him. And if you hit this right here, the box with the one arrow, that's going to take anything that's already here and you've got more of it. And it's just going to move it right over there. It makes it a little bit easier to sort this stuff. So if you hit the one with the 3 arrows, that's going to move everything in your inventory over here until the box is filled up. And you don't want to do that. I've done that on accident a couple of times and just had to go right back and pick out the things that I wanted to sell.
You're not bringing counterfeit money in here, are you?
You gave me the money. If it's counterfeit, that's on you, buddy.
Great. Here you go.
What you got for me?
Spend it all in one
Improved
place.
fitness mod. So that right there is going to be good for putting on our armor. It helps you move a little better, and you know, when you wear armor, certain armor, the heavier the armor, the more it's going to decrease your stamina. So these right here, the improved fitness mod, that's going to just help you move a little faster. Hunter's Journal, do 10% more damage to vultures. That's a decent one. Vultures are kind of an issue later in the game. It can be early in the game, depending on where you go. We're going to go with that duct tape, though, because that's going to help us out way more than anything else right now. So now let's see his inventory. Now if you sort the container using that, I find that it sorts a lot of the stuff you can sell to him up closer to the top here. And that sound right there that we just heard, that means we gained another level. Sell all this stuff right here to him. We'll sort again. We can sell them rifle parts and the motor tool parts. Also we can sell that. He will not buy the die and these bullet tip casings. You can only sell them in multiples of 10. So just be aware that if he's not buying it, it's because you don't have 10 of them at a minimum. Alright, now, we did want to buy a cooking pot and a cooking grill.
Don't let the door hit you on your way out.
Yeah. Alright, we're going to grab... Actually, we're just going to grab this for now, and our dukes and that. The rest of this is going to be safe and fine right here. We're just going to leave it in there. And we're actually going to throw a couple more things in there that I don't want to carry on us right now. Just because I don't want that stamina running down so fast if we come across things in this house, which I know we're going to. We always do. Also, there's always a pile of food right here. Home cooking magazine improves your cooking skill. So right now, we've read 2 out of 100. We got to have 4 of them. I don't know why that ate that. Anyway, we have to have 4 of that cooking magazine to improve our skill enough to be able to make grilled meat. Right now, all we can make out of that meat we've got is charred meat, and it is not as good as the grilled meat. It won't get you as much food or energy, and it won't heal you as good. So just keep that in mind. Until you get 4 of them magazines, you're pretty low on your cooking skill. Now we got this right here, so we can come right, there's that repair I keep talking about and keep forgetting to show off. So we can either click it or hit A. So we're gonna click that, and that's gonna repair that wrench all the way back up to full strength. Now this door right here, we're just gonna go ahead and take that out because we're gonna be replacing it here in a minute anyway. Dang. All right, I see you over here, bud. Take him out. Sometimes there's a guy in that bathroom. Actually, the last couple of times I played, there hasn't been, so that may have been something that they've patched out of the game for Alpha 21. I don't know if you've seen my other videos and playthroughs here, but you know, I'm kind of new to playing this game, and I'm especially kind of new to playing it for YouTube. So, little backstory on that. The first video I did was in the Alpha 21.2 experimental build, and when I loaded into that game, if you remember those missions we had to do right at the beginning of this playthrough, all that stuff was already in my inventory, and I was like, well, that's kind of weird. Maybe they changed the game and patched it to where you don't have to do that, but I thought that can't be right because they're going to want new players to be able to do that so they know how to craft things. I mean, that's part of the learning experience. And sure enough, I went to a Facebook group and asked the question, and yep, my game had been corrupted. So we couldn't play any further than that because we wouldn't get any. We abandoned that one. And on the second go around, the video that I just put out a few days before I'm filming this video, you know, it was fine. There wasn't nothing wrong with it, but I had the bright idea to film the video and then do the audio afterwards separately, and that worked out about as well as you can expect, or as you can imagine, I should say. Not at all. It was very time consuming and very difficult. So we're doing the voiceover live while we're playing this playthrough, and we'll edit out all the stuff we don't want in it before we upload it for you fine folks to see here in a few days. Now, back to clearing this out. Did you see that? We just got a cooking pot. We did not have to buy that one. I should have come here and checked first, but you never know. You never know. And I would not want to be over here, not have one, and not be able to make ourselves some water. Because once we get this place right here cleared out, we are going to be crafting water and meat. So we're going to make another storage chest. And I always put one right down here in this kitchen, because like I said, this is usually my go-to base. We'll put it up there. And we're going to just toss in some things that we don't want to carry on us right now. Things that we're not going to need while we're going through here. Actually, we will keep those. Just toss all of this in there. And yeah. Alright, so now let's finish going through here. Sometimes there'll be somebody in this bathroom and sometimes there won't. Luck of the draw, I suppose. That door is locked, but we're going to get there, don't you worry. Get her. We're sneaking, so we were able to sneak up on her. There we go. Repair tool crafting skills. This is Handyland. We want that because we want to be able to do the repair tools. Those are what helps you upgrade those blocks like we were seeing in that beginner quest. Alright. Found a shirt. What do we got in here? Some lead. There's a box. What do we got in there? Couple little goodies. Oh, here's another bookcase. What do we got in here? Oh, see now, bow hunter, armored up, scrapping for fun. We're going to read, and we're going to read armored up too because that just helps your armor crafting overall. And you know, regardless of what build we're doing, we're going to be wearing some type of armor. Sometimes there's a guy right here, but always there's one over here, and it, you know, it varies which guy you're going to get. Now up here is where we're going to put our base camp. We're going to take all this stuff out, knock this ceiling down, knock all these walls down, and just make it our own little place. But we're going to worry about that after we get done here. Now, here's where the real fun comes in. There's 3 of them in here. And if you're fast enough, you can... Oh no, I'm not fast enough. Get over here. Okay. Long as we don't die or get infected, we'll be alright. Oh, did you see that head come off? My God. Alright, well, that was the last one we had in here. So, big hitters, club crafting. We don't need that. We'll sell that back over to Wrecked. Explosives, electrical traps will read, Forge Ahead will read. And we're going to take these medical supplies here. And in this room here, there's a safe. We don't have lockpicks, so we can't get into that way. But we can beat it down with our axe. And son of a gun, we are infected. So, that's why you always want to have that honey on you. We're going to catch it while we can. That other symbol of the man bent over that says an hour and 59 minutes, that means we're fatigued. And you have to take vitamins for that, and I'm 100% sure I don't have any vitamins. So, we'll either just have to deal with that till it goes away, or hope we find some vitamins. That was another scrapping for fun. Now, we can beat this guy down with our stone axe here, but we're not going to worry with that right now because we still have a couple things we need to do to make sure this place is nice and safe. Because to get out of this room, we either got to beat that door down or do that. And when we do that, it's opening this door, the back door, and the front door. So, we're going to take and beat all 3 of those doors down. And we had that one door downstairs. We're going to just get rid of these, and we're going to craft new doors to put up, and then we will be good to go. We're getting pretty close to the witching hour. So let's go ahead and craft up our 4 doors that we need. So, wood door. Craft 4 of those. And that's going to pop up here. We're just going to hotkey it down here. Bam. There's a door. I always like to put a door on the room where... Okay, that's where our ladder is that goes up to our hidey hole. But we're going to get rid of this door first. And then we've also got that door downstairs that we beat down. That's why I made 4 of them. Eventually, I'll put a door on every entryway in here, including the ones that are inside the house, just because I like to be extra safe. Alright, so, and that does include these 2 doors down here. So, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and craft 4 more doors. And that way we've got it covered. We'll have all our doors. And now, if any zombies break in on us, they're going to have to come through multiple doors to get to us. Also, they'll have to climb the steps, which they can in Alpha 21. I don't know if you played any of the previous alphas, but Alpha 21, they can climb ladders. So, keep that in mind. They may have been able to climb them in other alphas. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I just started playing this game back in late May of 2023, and it is currently October 5th, 2023. So that tells you how new to the game I am. Alright, so we're also going to want to get rid of any of this trash on the ground, because if that's in here at night, it has a chance to just randomly make sound, and that'll attract zombies, and we don't want no attention drawn to us that we don't have to have drawn to us. We're also going to be knocking that lantern out as soon as I get this bed and that cooler knocked out. So the bed gives you cloth, the cooler is going to give us polymer, or plastic, and this guy, if you hear that tink, 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 he's made out of metal, but you don't really get a whole lot of metal back from one of these. We're only knocking him out because that light's going to attract unwanted attention once the timer gets to 2200, and I don't feel like going through that tonight. We're on day 1. We ain't prepared for nothing like that. So now we've knocked that out. We're going to hit our tab key, go right here, and those building blocks, we need 4 of those. Now, make sure you're not making the wood block. You can if you're in a hurry to get it done, but when you make the building block like this, and you know, I showed you, you place them down, and then you take your axe, too close, take your axe and use that right mouse button, and that upgrades it. And if you look down that bottom right corner, every time it upgrades, it adds XP. So when you just craft the wood block, you're cheating yourself out of some of that experience, and you don't want to do that. Now, let's quickly make this campfire. Craft you up. And I do have some cobblestone, so we're going to make 1 more building block, and I'll show you what we're going to do with him. I always like to put my campfire right about here, and we're going to upgrade him to wood. Now, if you got cobblestone, like we have right here, we got 36, 10 of those cobblestone will upgrade that to a cobblestone block. You get more XP for that, and it just looks nicer under that campfire. So I think we just got some more dukes in that. You can find small amounts of dukes randomly through the world, but your number one source is going to be going to that trader and selling him what you find. Alright, you know what we forgot to do? We forgot to bring our cooking pot and grill up here. Come on. So we're going to get those out of here. We're going to get those two. Actually, we only need one. And did I put the... Yeah, there's the water and the meat. So, we got a little bit of time before we have to go completely dark, lights out. So let's get up here, shut that hatch. And we're just going to put our cooking pot goes here. Cook and grill goes there. We forgot to bring coal. I bet we don't even have any coal with us. I bet it's back in that other box by the trader. Well, we're going to use wood for now. So let's get the water going first. So we're going to craft all 3 of those. That's going to take about 2.5 minutes. And then we're going to come here and do the recipes for the meat. See that grilled meat? It's locked. If we click on it and we go right here, we're at level 2 out of 6 to unlock that. So until we get that level 6, I thought it was 5, but it's 6. Till we get there, we can't make it. So we're going to make 3 charred meat. And it does take 5 meat to make a grilled meat or a charred meat. So just keep that in mind. You know, you can't come in here with 4 and expect to make something on that fire and eat it, because you can't. Alright, one more box. Now, I'm not getting this thing here or the bags of cement that were on the other side, because if you use a shovel on that, you get more, and we just put all our wood in that fireplace, so we don't have wood to be messing with. I also noticed that we got, yes, scrap iron gloves. So what we're going to do is we're going to wear those, and we're going to click here, and if you go scrap on the old armor you had on, scrap that down, it turns back into fiber. And fiber, you know, you need that to make any of the stone weapons. There's a couple other recipes that use it. Also, these potted plants, and I just learned this in a video not long ago from, I think it was Glock 9. If you scrap those, no, it wasn't Glock 9, it was Capo. I think it's Cap 0330. I can't remember. I saw him on Neebs, and so I started following him. But anyway, he said if you scrap that down, you get clay soil, and that's half of what you need to be able to craft cobblestone blocks, and cobblestone rocks. And when we build our horde base, we're going to be using those, so we're going to need as many of them as we can get. Right now, I'm just trying to run around and make sure there's no scraps on the ground that are going to attract any attention overnight. Also, we forgot to check this toilet paper. We'll take it. I accidentally hit the escape key. We'll take that paper, but I don't think we're going to be using it, because in this build we're going with rifles. Just because I want to play a playthrough. You know, I always do the strength build, and that uses shotguns. So this time I'm trying something different. I'm getting out of my comfort zone, and I want to try a gun that I can put a scope on, because I would love to be up on top of a high place as a bunch of zombies are coming in and just capping them left and right. Alright, what else are we going to put in here? So I think actually what we're going to do is we're going to use this box. Is going to be our sell to the trader box. And then we're going to read that. Excuse me. We're going to put another box upstairs for things we want to keep. So let's take everything. Oh, we're going to sell that. Take everything out of here we want to keep, or we know he won't buy. We're going to keep that cripple him mod, because that's going to help later. And we're going to take all this stuff upstairs and put it in our sanctuary. So, these things we'll take to him and sell. That actually will sell. These we'll take to him. This stuff we'll keep upstairs with us. So let's do that. Now, eventually, we're going to knock all this wood down and put wood blocks in every window in this house. And that just helps to block out the light a little better. And it just makes me feel safer. Alright, all our waters are done. So now we got about, I think it said 2 minutes and 49 seconds left to go on that charred meat. So let's see if, actually, do we have nails? No, we left them at the other. If you've got nails, you can make a secure storage chest, which holds, I think, twice as much as a regular one. But we don't even have wood for a secure storage chest. So let's do this. Turn off. Take half of that wood back out of there. Now we got enough. So we're going to make this chest. And where do we want to put him? I think we're going to put him right there. Just mount him right up on the wall, right beside the campfire. Or on the... Oh, yeah, let's do the brick wall. I think it'll look better right here. And then we could stack a few of them right there. So anything we're going to keep... Let's see, we're going to scrap him. We're going to put all this stuff right in here. We want to take one of those with us in case we get a deep laceration. That'll help stop the bleeding. We got 3 different colors of dye, which I like to keep things the same color, but we're going to keep all 3 and see what we come up with. Now we're also going to move this here, and we're going to do our land claim block. Where do we want to put that? Because this is going to basically just stop any new zombies from spawning in here. You know what? I think we'll just put it right there. That'll work. And then we're going to put our bedroll down because we don't want to be out and about and die and not have a place to spawn back to. So, there we go. Alright, how far along are we here? We got 1 minute and 12 seconds left to go on that other charred meat. So, let's start knocking this other stuff out. We still have a little bit of time. And like I said, we're just going to clear this entire upper floor. Eventually, we're going to tear down all the walls. Now, this is not going to be a permanent base. It's going to be our base of operations for now. And we're going to have a separate horde base that we're going to build probably starting on day 3 or 4. It doesn't take long to build the horde base that we're going to do, and I'll guarantee you, if you've ever watched anyone play this game on YouTube, you've seen this horde base we're going to do because it's the most popular one. Let's go ahead and repair that. It's a simple design, but it works. It's the only horde base I've ever built, and it works every single time. So we're going to go with it again on this playthrough because I want you guys to see something that is tried and proven to work every time. Alright, whoops, didn't mean to hit that. Okay, do I have enough fiber in here to make a shovel? I think I do. I think it only takes 3 fiber for a shovel. So let's make a stone shovel, because we're going to eventually need one anyway to do those buried supplies missions for Wrecked. Now, see, we're getting clay soil out of these bags here. And if we'd just used our axe on it, we wouldn't have gotten 34. We would have gotten a lot less than that. Here we're getting cobblestone, clay, and stone. And this one, I'm not sure what this one's going to give us. Do you guys see that? There's a purse in there. Let's knock this little crate out here and see what's in this purse. Old cash, 10 bucks. So that old cash will sell to the trader. That 10 bucks will sell for 13 dukes. Now, that price that I'm seeing there, that's not guaranteed to be what we're going to get, but that's on average what you'll get out of 10 old dollar bills. I'm going to go ahead and put these items that we just got out of that stuff into there, and I bet you, yep. So now we can turn that off. We still got about 50 minutes before lights out. So let's just go back down here. We're going to sell that cash to Wrecked. Is there anything else down here we didn't... You know what? Let's go ahead and clear out some of this stuff here. You can get pipe out of this sink if you use a wrench on it. I don't think you get anything but maybe some iron if you use your axe. Plus, it just wears your axe down when all you've got is a stone axe. So any kind of metal appliances you see in a kitchen, go ahead and take the wrench to them. You can do a power attack with a wrench, and it'll get you the same amount of materials. I've heard people say that it won't, but it actually does. I saw a video demonstrating that it gets the same amount whether you use what I'm doing now or the power attack. The difference is the power attack drains your stamina faster, and it doesn't do the animation of the wrench coming like that, so I think it actually harvests a little bit quicker. But we've got some time to kill, so we're just going to go through here and take it down one at a time. Alright. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take this out too. And we'll take the table out. We're going to pick up those chairs because those will scrap down. I believe those will scrap down for iron. And we're going to need a lot of iron once we start getting to the point where we've got a forge. That's also made of metal. Weird. That looks like a little plastic trash can, but apparently it's made out of metal. So we're going to leave it alone for now. Pick those up, and if we go into our inventory here, click on those, and we can either hit S or click there. And I was wrong. They'll scrap down for wood. That's even better. Wood's a little bit more useful to me right now than iron is anyway, because I don't have a forge. Take out these cabinets. Now, we're only doing this just to make room, because at some point we're going to expand some stuff down here, and the more room we have to put things out, the better. We're going to just clear it all out right now. It probably wouldn't be a horrible idea if this became our permanent base for this playthrough. At least for now, until we get to where we're going really, really far away to get to new traders. Once that happens, I like to set up a new base in each little area that I go to. Oh, we didn't even check in here. We got to get rid of this stuff. But if you have a base in each town and you go to do a mission for a trader that's 2 kilometers away, you don't have to worry about getting all the way back across the map to your main base. You'll have an, what do they call that? An outpost over by that trader. So I always like to find one by any trader, whether it's 500 meters or 2 kilometers away, doesn't matter to me. Just a little safe house that I can store stuff in, hide out in for a night if I need to, that kind of thing. We're going to cut this here, and we will see you guys in the next episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked what you saw, go down there and hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button on this video. Leave me a comment letting me know if you liked it. And if you didn't like it, leave me a comment and let me know what you didn't like, and I'll see what I can do about fixing that in the next video. Until then, y'all have a good one.